Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens.
Exactly.
I don't have to like that they exist, but I understand that they do. You can't undiscover the, splitting of the atom, so to speak.
Would that be a metaphor? Or were you just making...
I don't know. I think it was just a thought that I had.
I liked it.
It's a metaphor because I'm using it to explain
you were
something
comparing.
else.
Yes.
But it's not a simile because if it had been, I would have used like or as.
And if it was prolonged, it would have been an allegory.
Yes, it would have. Wow. We should have a literary podcast.
If you bring up the terms, I'll remember them.
I think I just said everything I know about.
Yo, it's so funny, too, because I was thinking about red herrings.
Right.
And I remember there's a whole list. Because red herring is one example of something that I can't remember. And there's...
It's something, a red herring is a fake out, right?
Yeah,
Something
but there's
like that.
a dozen different types of fake outs, and red herrings is just one of them. And I spent 30 minutes without looking it up. Just trying to think of one other one. And I couldn't. And I felt like a failure. I couldn't think. I felt just like Daniel Radcliffe's character in this film.
So you're saying a synonym of red herring?
No. You know,
Something with a negative connotation, though.
yeah. I see. This is what I'm talking about. I remember specifically in 11th grade, our teacher.
We're like two blind people trying to find.
Okay, so let's
that you
say
would need eyes
there's
for.
100 literary devices.
Okay.
Half of them are used in a positive context to lead a reader in the right direction.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
And there's another 50 that are used to fool the reader.
The reader.
One of them is a red herring.
The opposite of that then would be dramatic irony. It's something that we know, but the character doesn't.
Yeah, but that's still technically not a negative because it's not fooling us.
I just wanted to say it because it's a fancy phrase that I knew.
Yeah, because technically, isn't there a different type where both the character and the audience don't know?
So nobody, who knows?
The author.
That's like if you that's like if something does not exist in the mind. There's 4 types of existence, right? This is like Aristotle, I think. So, sorry. It's something that exists. There's 4 types of existence, something that exists in the real world and as a concept in the mind. So like this cup.
Yes.
Okay.
That we believe.
Right. Something that exists in the world, but not in anybody's mind, which you can't know that. Okay. Something that exists as a concept, but not in the world, like...
Love.
Yeah. Wow. We all know your stance on that, I guess.
I'm a hopeless romantic.
And then something that does not exist in the world and does not exist as a concept, which you can't even
process.
I can't even process that. So my mind went to the same place as it does when I try to think about that when you just described what you described.
Okay.
Because if the audience doesn't if the audience doesn't know it and the character doesn't know it,
yeah,
I don't know where that could be happening anytime you read anything, right?
But I remember it's a term that is specifically.
So the author knows it. So you're saying maybe there's like what's below the iceberg.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get you. Something that exists in the world, but it's beyond the scope of the particular story you're reading.
Yes.
Okay.
But it could also be no, depending where the story goes.
Right. And
like it might not exist at the beginning, but
but later, like, okay, you can foreshadow something that nobody knows about.
Without foreshadowing.
Okay. Because nobody can know what's happening. So everything in the next chapter, anytime you read anything, it falls into the category of something the character doesn't know and you don't know unless you are reading a time travel story.
True.
Then the character may know what's going to happen.
Unless you're reading a story where everything...
My brain can't process this conversation anymore.
I feel like I'm high.
You just naturally got there.
I don't even know how we segue all the way over here.
Yeah, weren't we talking about a movie?
I don't remember.
Just a friendly reminder, guys. Hit the subscribe button in this corner. And then for the newest video. Then for the most recommended. And then for our famous dick pic.